The site of Salisbury District Hospital used to be an old American World War II field hospital for soldiers returning from the D-Day landings. It's rich in history, and a new project run by the art care team at the hospital is dusting off the archives and learning more about the past.
Previously it was all sort of stuffed in filing cabinets and old shoe boxes, and 2 years ago we applied to the Heritage Lottery Fund to try and sort it out and find out what we've got and sort of go through the archives and record them all and share them with the local community. I think it is really important because we've actually found some really interesting sort of nationally important stuff. We've got letters from Florence Nightingale, the infirmary sort of documents that we've got here sort of date from about 1760s right the way through to present day, and they really tell the story of sort of how medicine and healthcare has changed over the years, but it's all very much focused on Salisbury, so it's very much a local project, and people are really interested because they may be looking for their family history, or they were maybe born in the hospital, or family members worked here, that kind of thing. So it seems to have captured people's imaginations, really.
The Heritage Lottery Fund gave the History Project £40,000 to help them sort through all the material and improve storage and archive facilities. And the team have uncovered some interesting finds.
One of the pathologists who was working here in World War II, he actually designed the first kidney dialysis machine in this building, and he used recycled Spitfire engines from World War II that were built in Salisbury to make this new machine, which turned into a kidney dialysis machine. And so, it's things like that that sort of, really come to life and make the project interesting.
As well as documenting the findings, the team have also been to local schools to educate them on the historical discoveries. But a project as big as this one requires a lot of manpower, and the team rely heavily on volunteers. Helen is one of them.
I've always been interested in history, even from a child. And having spent several years cleaning books in various libraries round about in Salisbury, I thought, well, this is another opportunity to have a go at something else. And being sort of medical, I thought, well, I would be able to understand some of the lingo that they use in these papers. My goodness, is it interesting? It is very, very interesting. And it's also most stimulating, because when you're finished here, you go home and start looking in books and chasing things up on the internet, and which is pretty good for me because I don't like the internet. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, I had no idea that there's all this stuff lying around, and also that a lot of the material survived the move from the infirmary down in town when it moved up here to the brand new hospital.
As well as the volunteers' help, the community have been heavily involved and have contributed a lot to the discoveries.
Once people start to know you're doing a history project, things start coming out of the woodwork, sort of people donate photographs. We've recently had a donation through from the spinal unit, and it was a set of photographs when Charles and Diana came to open the spinal unit in 1984, and it's a really interesting sort of visual collection of photographs and things like that.
Over the next 2 years, the team hope to scan and digitise the collection, as well as hosting exhibitions to showcase all their findings. Rhaya Barton, That's TV.